that parade, a championship parade, and I felt the Spirit of God out there on one accord. I'm like, this is crazy. We can do this for basketball. We can do this for basketball, but we can't do this for Christ. And this is where the power is. You can feel it. I talked to every hillbilly from every country town in Oklahoma and Texas that came up that I know they wouldn't have talked to me any other day of the week because I passed by them all the times in the stores, all the times, you know what I'm saying? They were so open, and I knew they were going to do it this year. You know, I just felt it. I already knew. I grew up here, and I'm like, dang, this is crazy how this is what God called us to do in His kingdom. But a basketball team can bring us on one accord, and you can feel the unity. You can feel, and the Thunder player said it. The truth is that one accord pushed them over the ship. That every seven game in Chesapeake, that one accord, that's a spirit behind that. That's energy. That's energy that pushed them over where our opponents get defeated by that one accord that they defense. They feel it. Defense. They feel it in their heart. That's one accord. That's what's supposed to happen when we worship together. That's what's supposed to happen when we come in agreement on God's word together. That's what's supposed to happen in these neighborhoods when we take them principles and go tell these young men, give us your guns on one accord. They supposed to feel the Spirit of the Lord on us on one accord. Hand over your pistol, young man. I done been there. God gave me grace, saved my life, so I can save you right now. This ain't it. Don't worry about that gang. He owned them too. Give your life to Christ today. They supposed to feel that one accord, and we supposed to shift, and that defense of the enemy, he supposed to feel it. Do that make sense? That's where the unity come from. We ain't bold like that when it comes to Christ, but we bold like that when it comes to thunder. We worship the thunder. You feel me? We up jumping. Woo! They making three. We turned up. What? You telling me your flesh is turned up from another man and his purpose, but not Christ? That can save them, your family, that can save them young men, that can save their soul, that can get them out of idol worship, that can get them out of the wrong lifestyle. You telling me you want to worship Christ like that? You telling me we can't come on one accord and agree in His word like that and take that energy to these schools, take that energy to these neighborhoods, take that energy to our family? What? One accord. That's what He called us to do, because that's where power is. That's why He tore down the Tower of Babel. That's why He switched up the language. Because they was about to go all in the wrong direction. Because one accord, even in the wrong direction, is agreement. That's a godly principle. So godly principles, they don't change. Guess what? You put your hand in fire here, at this, where we at, Oklahoma City, and off the hook. You do the same thing in China. The principle is the fire gonna burn your hand. I don't care if it's Chinese, Asian, black, white. I throw a cup of water on you. What's the principle? You gonna get wet. That's the principle. God's principles don't change. The principle is the principle. It's gonna work. So if you get on one accord, if all of us get on one accord for whatever direction, either God's kingdom or the devil's, it's gonna work.